For centuries, we have been handed a picture of the ideal biblical woman that is completely backwards. We are told she is quiet, passively submissive, and spends her entire life just sweeping the floor and waiting for instructions. But what if I told you the most famous woman in the Bible, the one held up as the ultimate standard, was actually a wealthy real estate investor, a global manufacturer, and a highly strategic entrepreneur? We are talking about the woman of Proverbs chapter 31. You have probably heard her called the virtuous woman. But when you actually read what she does, she completely shatters every modern stereotype we have about faith, money, and a woman's role. She does not just survive, she builds empires. And I am going to show you exactly how she did it, using principles that can completely change your financial reality today. In fact, stick with me to the very end because I am going to give you a very simple 3-step framework based on her life that you can use this week to stop feeling overwhelmed by your finances and start building real security for your family. Welcome to Principios Eternos. If you are ready to uncover the truth hidden in Scripture and learn how to apply it to your modern life, go ahead and hit subscribe right now so we can walk this journey together. Now, let us look at the reality most of us are living right now. You are probably exhausted. You wake up early, you get the kids ready, you go to a job that demands all your energy. You come home, figure out dinner, try to keep the house from falling apart, and by the time your head hits the pillow, you feel like you are just barely keeping your head above water. You look at your bank account and wonder why there is never enough left over. We are taught to just work harder. But the woman in Proverbs 31 did not just work hard, she worked smart. The scripture says she seeks wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the ships of the merchant, she brings her food from afar. Notice the language here. She is not just doing chores, she is sourcing raw materials. She is analyzing supply chains. In our modern context, this means she is managing her household like a well-run business. She takes the resources she has, whether it is a little or a lot, and she maximizes them.
She does not waste time complaining about the economy. Instead, she looks for the best deals. She budgets with intention, and she makes sure that every dollar, or in her case, every resource, is assigned a specific purpose. But budgeting and being frugal is only the beginning. You can only cut so many expenses before you hit a wall. What she does next is the exact thing that separates families who constantly struggle from families who build generational wealth. And you might be surprised that the Bible encourages this so openly. The text tells us that she considers a field and buys it, and with the fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. Let that sink in for a moment. She evaluates a piece of real estate. She does her research, she makes a purchasing decision, and she uses her own profits to invest in a business that will generate even more income. She didn't have to ask permission to be brilliant. She was trusted, empowered, and incredibly sharp. Today, this means moving beyond just saving pennies in a jar. It means asking yourself how you can make your money work for you. Maybe it is starting a small side business from your kitchen table. Maybe it is investing a small percentage of your paycheck into an index fund. Maybe it is taking a course to upgrade your skills so you can demand a higher salary. The principle is multiplication. She took what she had, she invested it wisely, and she created a new stream of income for her family. If you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck and you want to start building a life of purpose and abundance using these timeless truths, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. We are building a community of women who lead with wisdom. Now, you might be thinking, if she is out there buying real estate and running a manufacturing business, she must be completely neglecting her husband and her children, right? Society tells us that a woman cannot be ambitious and be a good mother at the same time. But the truth found in this ancient text proves the exact opposite, and it holds the secret to true balance. Because she is so financially wise and productive, her family is not neglected. They are protected. The text says she is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet.
Scarlet was an expensive, high-quality dye. It means she provided the absolute best for her family. Her financial independence and hard work did not take her away from her family, it insulated her family against hard times. When the winter comes, when the unexpected medical bill arrives, when the car breaks down, or when the economy dips, her family does not panic. They are covered. Her wealth brought peace to her home. Her husband is respected at the city gates, and her children rise up and call her blessed. Why? Because her wisdom created an environment where everyone else could thrive. But there is a trap here. It is very easy to listen to all of this and feel an incredible wave of guilt. You might be thinking that you are not doing enough, that you do not own a business, that you are just trying to get through the day. The deeper problem we all face isn't really a lack of money. It is a deep-seated fear of the future and a constant feeling of inadequacy. We worry about tomorrow so much that it steals our joy today. But listen to the most beautiful verse in this entire chapter. It says she is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs at the days to come. She laughs at the future. She is not anxious. She is not up at 3 in the morning worrying about how she will feed her kids if something goes wrong. She has peace. But that peace does not come just from her bank account. There is one specific detail that ties all of her success together. Without it, all the real estate and all the money would mean absolutely nothing. What was her ultimate secret? The very end of the chapter reveals it. It says, "Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." All of her business acumen, all of her investments, all of her hard work were built on a foundation of faith and reverence for God. She did not seek wealth to inflate her ego. She built wealth to serve her family and to bless the poor. The Bible explicitly notes that she opens her hand to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. Her money was a tool for love. When your financial goals are aligned with God's principles, you are no longer just chasing paper. You are building a fortress of peace for your family and a beacon of hope for your community. I promised you at the beginning of this video that I would give you a practical framework to start making decisions just like she did. Here is your gift, the 3-step Evaluate, Invest, Bless framework. Step 1 is Evaluate. This week, take 1 hour to sit down and honestly look at your resources. Where is your money going? What skills do you have that are currently sitting dormant? Consider your field. Step 2 is Invest. Take a small portion of your time or your money and put it into something that grows. Read a financial book, start a small savings account, or launch that tiny side project you have been dreaming about. Plant your vineyard. Step 3 is Bless. Take a fraction of whatever you have, even if it is just a few dollars or an hour of your time, and give it to someone in need. Open your hands. When you use this framework, you break the cycle of fear and step into the role of a wise steward. You do not have to be perfect to be a Proverbs 31 woman. You just have to be intentional. You are capable of building wealth, of managing your home with grace, and of laughing at the future, because your foundation is secure. You are not just a spectator in your life. You are the builder of your family's legacy. Suscríbete y sigue aprendiendo principios que transforman vidas. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom with me today, and I will see you in the next video.